We never used to get kestrels on the coast, but now they're everywhere. They're calm, admirable, approachable, for the most part. They look a bit mad, but they're great birds, and they're everywhere. On the beaches, in the paddocks with the horses, all around the parks, the vineyards, the forests, and the landscape gardens. They're even hidden away among the overgrown pillboxes and gun emplacements from the war. The tenuous point I'm trying to make is that Kent is a land that's rich in wildlife. Simple wildlife, but still wildlife. Even in the dry summer months, when the pine needles are peeling and falling off the trees, and the high pressure from the sea shepherds in huge fronts of cloud that really dominate the landscape. These clouds give a backdrop to all kinds of things. Ferries, even cruise ships. Big international cruise ships. And old sail ships that appear more rarely. The clouds give way to rain and to long sunsets. It's a strange part of the world. A frontier for marauding and exploring Norman knights and artists, and a frontier today for Europe in general. The moonrise that the Normans would have seen hasn't changed, and the primeval storm fronts are the same. Even those atomic sort of sunrises that can appear so suddenly from out of the waves. In fact, every sunrise here is different. Sometimes the sun appears full-bodied. A lot of the time it's just a sort of glow, an undercurrent of fading starlight. And the moonlight sometimes brings out stars, or the orbital cycle of a full moon. Sometimes, like here, I can't remember if I filmed something at dawn or late at night. And at some other times, the stillness of the sea and of the sky is disarmingly neutral. Then there are times when I'm lucky enough to capture the full power of nature, like the thunderstorm pulverizing the French coast, and the completeness of it is breathtaking. You feel the same power in the intense summer sunsets. And the expansiveness that layers things to such a colossal distance and keeps on expanding almost infinitely. Even the still, calm, rose gold evenings feel special. And all of this feeling is accentuated in the narrow strait between the sea and the landscape. These cliff faces are, of course, ancient. Sometimes, especially when I was younger, they felt like the bones of some resting sea monster, rising and then literally falling back into the sea. They are towering in their compression, but they're also always falling apart and being reclaimed by the grass and the seaweed in the spring, constantly shading the incoming tide and silently, humblingly towering over us. Obviously, we digress, building ports into the cliff face on either side of the sea. Food, people, vehicles, weapons, all kinds of things pass through this narrow gap in the cliffs. On the edge of the busiest sea lane in the world, you really do feel on the precipice of something bigger. It's always reassuring on the long summer nights and during the January blizzards. And even when there's no grass or leaves, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. Anyway, here's a video of me having a panic attack over some seagulls.
I was wrong. There are in fact many more. Don't know where they're coming from. It's like a gas leak in the North Sea, it just doesn't stop. Saw a butterfly this morning, it's that warm. It's the end of the world. Look how fucking many seagulls there are. Where are the birds that eat the seagulls? What's become of... Maybe we should eat the seagulls and bring food prices down. Look at them in silence, it's terrifying. Part of me genuinely hopes they don't know I'm here. Please be the last one. No, absolutely not, never mind.